Please like, share and subscribe channel for more ghost stories. Also, share your experiences in comments. Story 1. Ghost. Well, I don't believe in it. But I encountered something for which I have no explanation. My home is built in 3 parts. First part is the porch where we have 4 rooms. Porch is constructed in such a way that moonlight directly comes through window and door, both in same direction. Second part is the garden, which comes after the porch, which divides my home and porch. And third part is my home, where my family sleeps at night. Whenever I visit my home, I take the responsibility of sleeping in the porch side where there is no washroom. And I am bloody engineer who never sleeps before 2 a.m. On the left side of my home, there is an empty plot followed by hospital, and right side we have a neighbor. I was an engineering student then and visited home during vacation. At that time internet was not easily accessible, so I had no internet at home. The only thing which kept me entertained was my laptop full of Hollywood movies. I love darkness. After 9 p.m. I don't like bulbs or lights in my room. So, one night I was watching a movie and it was quite late when it ended. I looked at the time, it was approximate 1 a.m. I decided to turn off my laptop, and got up from the bed to turn on the light. The moment I kept my foot on the floor from the bed, I felt that I touched something which moved fast. I was sure that I touched it, which was not the floor. But I was half asleep, so I ignored. Then suddenly, I heard the sound of a crying baby, which was coming from outside my room. That sound was crystal clear. Curiosity aroused, because in our family there were only 6 members, my parents, grandparents, sister, and I. 5 of them were sleeping in the third part of my house, so there wasn't any chance of a baby outside my room in the middle of the night. And I decided to turn on my room's light. I pressed the switch but there wasn't any electricity. Small town, big issues. That was the first time I felt something unusual, something paranormal. I moved towards my door and that sound stopped. I got some strength and opened that door of my room. As usual there was nothing. It was a calm and peaceful night where moonlight was making that night more beautiful. I don't know whether I was half asleep. I ignored that sound and came back to my room, locked the door and got back to the bed. And the moment I closed my eyes, the sound of crying baby again started hitting my ears. I tried to sleep but that sound was unavoidable. Before I reached the door that sound stopped, again. Presence of something which was paranormal started giving me goosebumps. My heart was pumping fear, where my heavy breathing was giving me signal of something unwanted outside there. But this time, I could see a shadow near my locked door which was moving. First time in my life, I was afraid of something which my mind was unable to decode. That shadow was moving from left to right, then right to left. And after few minutes it stopped right outside my door. But I had faith in my engineering. I wanted to decode this mystery applying all scientific logic. I decided to open that door, so I approached it while staring at that shadow. I was lightning fast and opened it, but again there was nothing. No one was there. But that was enough to make me tremble with fear. Sometimes, few things remain unexplained. Is this fiction? I don't know. I was half asleep. Was I hallucinating? Maybe because it was dark everywhere and I could barely see anything in the moonlight. But I can't forget that voice, shadow, and that peaceful night of fear. So, do I believe in ghosts? No, I don't. Story 2. During the engineering education days, one of the seniors, let's call her X, committed suicide in the hostel due to some unknown reasons. I had never talked to her before but had seen her often in the mess or in the hostel as she was having a high dedication for God and religious activities, example fasting, etc. One evening while I was sleeping, I still remember a friend came and said, "Neha, get up, X committed suicide." A chill ran down my spine upon listening to what the friend had to say. My slumber went off instantaneously. I ran outside the room immediately to see what had actually happened. But all I could find was a sinister-like pin drop silence that I'd never experienced, at least in the hostel until then. I bet I will never be able to forget that silence ever in the entire life. Also, I didn't sleep for the whole night out of fear. Now, obviously all girls were terrified to even roam around that corridor where X's room was located. Also, all the girls shifted their rooms from that corridor out of fear. Generally I don't fear such things, but this time even I was skeptical while going through that corridor, don't know why. Eventually 1 year passed. I was in the 4th year of the engineering college. During our semester exams, we used to study till late night. One night, around 3 a.m. my friend and I decided to take bath as we both were exhausted by studying continuously. She went first. When she came back nearly after half an hour, it was my turn to go. While going towards the washroom, out of my propensity to look here and there while walking, my eyes went towards X's corridor. There I saw a hazy image of someone standing just in front of the X's room. It was dark there with no lights on, so I could not detect the face. I could just see a hazy image of a girl standing in night dress. I became skeptical on seeing it, but I didn't freak out as I convinced myself, saying, "She must be some girl from the hostel." But then I was also pondering, who can be that girl who is courageous enough to stand there at 3 a.m.? Soon, I ditched that thought and took bath and then came to my room. In my room, my friend was sitting who went before me to the washroom. She said, "Neha, when I went washroom I saw a hazy image of a girl standing in front of the X's door. I don't know if it was real or was an illusion of my eyes." This time I was freaked out, as even I saw the same hazy image of a girl near that door. And why the hell a girl would keep standing in that dim lighted corridor, near X's door, that too since 1 hour? This was something that I would consider paranormal, as it was not just an illusion and definitely someone was standing there. Story 3. This happened to me around 5 years ago, when I was in Delhi. It was a Wednesday night and I got back late from office. It was around 12:30 a.m. when I left the office. My home was around 5 kilometers from my office. I took an auto to my home and got down at Inderloch metro station. It was walking distance from there and I thought to walk as there was pin drop silence and no vehicles were running on the main road. It's very difficult to find this kind of silence in a crowded city like Delhi. It was very similar to the attached picture. I preferred to walk and enjoy the silence. Everything was good. I was enjoying my walk. There were a few people on the road too. So I reached at a drainage bridge which is in Trinagar. I saw a girl sitting on the side of the bridge. I was unable to see her face, she was looking down. I thought, it's late night and why is she sitting here alone? She might be in some problem. There was no one else there at that time and it was very dark, only one street light was working. I asked her if she needed any help, as it's very late and it's not safe to be at this place. Nothing was unusual about her. She was wearing normal clothes and was looking normal. When she looked at me, it was something different. There were negative vibes and feelings and I was getting uncomfortable by her looks. She was kind of crying and asked for my handkerchief. Suddenly one uncle who was coming from opposite direction called me and asked me whom I was talking to. Me: "Uncle, this girl is in some problem." "Uncle, which girl?" I looked at the girl, but there was no one, she just disappeared. Inner me: shit, what just happened? Was she a ghost? Shiver ran down my spine and I was in complete shock. "Uncle, don't stay here, go to your home." Me: "Uncle, there is a girl here." "Uncle, don't talk, first leave this place, come with me." Me and uncle started walking toward my home. "Uncle, did you give anything to that girl?" Me: "No, but she was asking for my handkerchief. I was about to give it to her but you called me and I didn't." "Uncle, good." Me: "Why?" "Uncle, a girl committed suicide in this drainage, Nala, and a lot of people have seen this girl at this bridge, She asks them for the things and then follows the person. It has happened with many people. Never stop at this place in nights alone. I was shivering and walked quickly to my home. Uncle went straight to his house, he was also coming from work. I went into my building. I rang the bell and my friend Abhishek opened the door. Abhishek, bro, you are very late today, why do you work in such company which often asks you to stay this late? By the way, who is she with you? I was shocked and ran inside the house and asked him to close the door. Abhishek, what happened buddy, who was she, why did you not let her in? Me, no one, she just came to drop me, didn't want to tell him the story as it was night and we both would have been terrified. I asked my friend to sleep in the same room that day, as I was not feeling good. I could not sleep whole night, thinking about the incident. Next morning, I told Abhishek everything. First he thought that I was joking but later realized that I was serious. Thank God, I did not see her again and nothing bad happened. I guess it was because I did not give her my handkerchief. We changed our flat and shifted to another place. Hope you have enjoyed the ghost stories. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more ghost stories.